As a photographer, before you start doing client work, you're gonna need these three things that I'm gonna mention in this video. Stay tuned. All right, so y'all already know how I do. We're gonna get straight into it. So the first thing you need before you start working with clients is you need a contract. So I've talked about this a lot on the channel. I'm not gonna go into it too much. If you want to see my full video on what you should include in your contracts, I'll link that in the description below and in the card up top. But you need a contract, y'all. If you're doing business, if you're offering a service to people, you need to have this contract in place. And a contract is so important because it's setting those expectations. It's letting the client know how you work and just, you know, when situations arise, just how they're gonna be handled. And you know, from the client's perspective, you know, I'm just thinking about like me being a client doing business with somebody. I like to see the contract because it lays out everything. It also sets those expectations, and I know what's going to happen just in case, you know, this comes up or something else comes up. You know, I'm covered and the person I'm doing business with is also covered on their end. So I like that. And I know the contract it's the boring stuff. You know, we want to get out there, we want to buy lenses, and we want to focus on our websites and stuff like that. But the contract is important. I've seen this in groups so many times of people getting in situations, and you know, people comment, they're like, did you have a contract? They say no, and then it's like, okay, at that point you're screwed. So you gotta have the contract in place, y'all. All right, so coming in at number 2 is a photo delivery software. Now, this is something that I didn't have when me and my wife first started, and I had a lot of issues. I was like, how do I transfer these photos? I was sending them through email. The files were too big. It was just a headache, you know, when I could have made this a lot easier, and I could have looked a lot more professional with just having a photo delivery software. I would say for any business, if you're doing a service or even have a product, you need to deliver that in a professional way. And that's where I think having this is crucial, because it just makes the delivery look that much more professional. And you want to look professional to clients, and using something like Shootproof, y'all have seen me talk about that on the channel a lot, and I'll have that linked in the description below if you want to try it out. But it's been a game changer for us. You know, not only is it just a photo delivery software, but it does a lot of other things, and clients love it. We've gotten compliments from clients saying they love how it looks, they kind of love how it works. So this is just something that I feel like if you're going to be taking money from people, I just feel like on your end, it's something that you need to invest in. And this is something that isn't even really expensive. You can find some of these softwares for, you know, 10 bucks, 15 bucks a month. So it's not really a lot on your end. It's not a huge investment. And I just think it's something that you should have in place for your business. All right, so coming in at number 3, I thought about this one for a while. I was like, what else is really important, you know, when you're just starting out? So coming in at number 3, you need to have a price sheet. Now, if you don't want to have a price sheet, something that you can have in place of the price sheet is just having like a pricing page on your website, or having some kind of hidden page on your website that kind of lays out, you know, your pricing and investment in your photography. So I've tried both options before, and I don't think you could go wrong with either one, but you need to have a price sheet. And the importance of a price sheet is, I feel like as a client, I need to see, you know, your services and the pricing kind of laid out. A big part of when people reach out is they want to know, this is usually one of the first things they want to know, is they want to know how much it costs, right? And I'm kind of the same way when I'm reaching out to a business for a service. I want to know how much it costs, so I'm not wasting my time. Like, I don't want to talk to you for you know, 3 days and I don't even know the price, and you tell me the price and I'm like, that's too much. You know, I just wasted a lot of time. So personally, and some people may disagree, but I think for the most part up front, you don't have to talk about it immediately, but you need to let people know how much you cost so you're not wasting their time. And a lot of people, in some cases, even if you have it on your website, they won't even see it and they won't even know how much you're priced at. So you need to let people know. And with the price sheet, I like to keep it simple. I lay out all my different packages. For the most part, for weddings and portraits and other stuff we do, we usually have about 3 packages. So you don't want to make random prices up. This is something else I did in the beginning. You want to have your prices laid out, or at least have some kind of starting prices, or something that, you know, is a base price that you can go off of, and something that you can send the client to, whether it be on your website page, or send them some kind of pricing sheet that has these things laid out for them. And honestly, I feel like in some cases, you know, having this pricing sheet or a hidden page on your website that kind of lays out all your pricing, that can be the difference between somebody booking you and somebody not booking you. Honestly, it just shows that you're more prepared, you're more professional, and you know your prices, you know, and it's all laid out and you have it there for the client right off the bat, versus somebody who's just kind of making up random prices it's not very clear to the client where they're getting these prices from. And the one thing that people will do, if they are confused, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to book with you. They're going to go somewhere else. So you want to make things very simple and clear as far as your pricing to your clients. And I feel like a pricing sheet can do that. If you enjoyed this video, then I know you'll be interested in a playlist that I have on my channel. So it's geared towards beginner photographers. I really just break down the stuff I wish I knew when I was first starting out. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to link that in the card up top and also in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps this video get seen by more people. Subscribe to the channel. I post new videos every single week. I will see you in my next video. Peace.